What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Vicky 3 as the Roman Republic. We are in the year 1885, meaning we have just over 50 years left in the game, and we need to kind of think about where we want to go from here. So, obviously, we want to form Rome. That means we need to fight Austria. We do still have a situation ongoing where they have a alliance with Russia. So, we fight Austria, we're fighting Russia together, and that is a whole can of worms. We have an alliance with GB, but GB is not much of a help in our alliance. And of course, we have two Sicilies over here who is considered wary against us, even though we have good relations. We have amicable relations, plus 79 reasons, yet we are still wary. Because we become a natural enemy. How does this fucking work, man? We have so much income between the two nations that it really doesn't make sense to me why they'd be that way. We are funding lobbies there, hoping that will give us some power in the nation. I think my focus now is going to be growing out our power block. I want to get our principles filled out here. And I think the best way to do it is to start taking over Jabal Shammar, Hale, Nejd, and having a small conglomeration of Arabian powers, maybe even making a play for Persia here. Persia, which right way cost me 27 for me, not a terrible amount here. It would be nice to kind of gather control over that region. We can see if we can handle it. We're going to start with Nejd. These guys take only 2 from me. It's so cheap, it's not even really worth considering. We'll take that for sure. And we'll use this to get control over Jabal Shammar, Hale, and Nejd. We can maybe start also freeing the Ottoman Empire areas here. It's one of those times where I wish we had a sovereign union power block as opposed to what we currently have, because you can do the... what's the word? Suppression of them? Block member actions. We can get market control. So we can get control over their... basically force them to a customs union by doing that. Interesting. So what we need... oh, well, welcome Modena into our power block here. So buying the power block is going to be a nice way of getting them into our nation here. I'll have to keep that in mind. Let us make sure that we are resetting our state here. I think that is fine. And that's some good profit we made here. This is actually a lot of good lands we can incorporate. I'll take that gladly. Gladly. Okay. So, how are we faring? Well, for sure we need to take one of our frigates here and send this over to the Second Roman Fleet. That way we maintain our 90 and our 10 here. This is going to be our Med Fleet. And we need 2 strong fleets to really have a chance against any invasions from the British. Even though the British are our allies, I guess it makes more sense to... it's the Russians, man. It's the two-front war. We need you to not be cautious. Does cautious stop them from... let's do our diplomatic play here and see if we can maybe get out of here. All right. It's also banned slavery here. Alright, the Italian League grows smaller. We can call in war goal or ally here. Ooh. I could take a lot of the Egyptian land. Blue Nile and Kurdistan. Why is this not an option? Oh, we already did it. I will accept. We'll reduce Egyptian autonomy, and in addition to this, I also want to take... let's make a save here. Let's make a save. Pre-war, where is it? This could be risky. So the idea here is we want to conquer as much as we can. Upper Egypt and Egyptian desert. Give me Upper Egyptian desert. Give me Matra. This gives me access to the sea here. And if I take Egyptian Crete, sounds great too. Give me it all. Nej backs down, and yet I still have my costs. All right, so there's our... We're going to go back a couple saves here. We don't want Nej to back down. Or if we do want them to back down, we don't want them to call in Egypt at all. Because them calling in Egypt is just going to be bad for us. The backing down on its own is probably fine. Egypt has 93 units still, because they still maintain control over Lower Egypt. No one's gotten involved this time. And then just back downs and becomes our subject. There we go. We also didn't get Modin in this timeline, which is fine. That'll happen later. So my question here is that you are cautious now. If I come over here and take a look at nation formation, Two Sicilies is still against it because they are not supporting whatever it's called, Risorgimento or whatever. That's a shame. All right, let us keep increasing our power here. I want to attack Hail next. You should also be cheap. One if me. And then next will be Jabal Shamar. How are trade unions? Let's get the trade union disinterest. I'm working on regulatory bodies. Things for oil rigs. Oh yeah, let's just turn all these on. Expect a huge shortage of railroads. Let's get it from the British. We probably do have a trade agreement with them. We do, so we get everything from the British. Mutual investment agreement would be nice, but I don't want to owe them an obligation. And immediately I'm going to go over to our motor tree and find domestic ones where we have the highest productivity. We are going to go and do quite a bit of these in those different regions to help us deal with what will be a huge shortage of rail goods. It's going to hurt our GDP precipitously, but once we fix the problem, it will be well fixed, and our GDP should grow. Hail has backed down. Welcome to the area. We don't have land access to Nejd or any of the other ones yet here, which is going to be a problem. This is against Nepal. Always a fun one. Open markets. Let's get the free trade party a boost here. We have a shortage of ironclads, yet are our monitors and things being converted over to that yet? No, we need to get monitor. I can also see our plantations and things are suffering. We'll just deal it. There is our diplomacy with Modena. 11 infamy. I want to immediately go and reset our state action over here. Welcome to the conglomerate Modena. GDP jumps even higher. And we're dealing with our shortages as we go. New Chancellor of the Roman Republic. Trade unions in there will be good for us. Regulatory bodies will have more support. Our infamy will keep ticking down. And you are now antagonistic towards us. Threatened by the infamy, but if we give it a month, this will tick down. Question is, who else can we invite into our power block here? Getting Sardinia Piedmont would be very nice. Let's get an investment agreement with you. Power block embassy as well. If I could get that defensive pact, I think we'd be in a really good spot here. Trucial Coast, okay. You're still wary. If I can get you into any kind of alliance or defensive pact, we'll be in a good spot here. So what are your reasons for being negative here? Number of packs, clout of anti-Roman lobbies, and 2 Sicily. So our lobbies are actually helping here a lot. We are neighbors and we have power. So if we make our army stronger, I think it will help here too. Speaking of, the Arabian Legion is a little bit... Let's swap over a frigate here. This again needs to be the Med Fleet. They're a free protectorate. We're going to get regulatory bodies, which are good for us as well. We're dealing with our shortage of motor industries, or we should be, as we staff more and more buildings. And ideally what I want to do is get these 2 guys into puppet status in order to give us land access to the next 2 regions. Bremen. Here is steel frame buildings. It's going to cost us a ton to swap to this. Let's go ahead and swap a couple of them over. That right there is 10 total swapped over. Which means I can go and find our glassworks, some of them that exist. And I have making normal glass. We'll be actually get to work now. Speaking of, I can do some import demands here. Anything from the British or Russians is both good for us. British, Russian, I believe we still trade with Austria too. We do. British, Russian, and Austrian. None here. No. T. I see none of them as well. British. Okay, we're gonna need to get more ports here. Are ports in the queue? They are. It's a question of how fast we can get them in the queue, though. Alright, so I need to swap over... Let's do Tuscany next, and that leaves probably these 60 total. Those will be expensive. Let's get a handle on our finances. I could actually, I think, if I raise my prices, I might be able to do it. Let's try it. All over. Cause massive shortages. We increase our taxes to make ends meet here. In fact, if I do that, we now have shortages, but we can meet those shortages. British, Russian. And I don't see the Austrians in there. Oh well. We'll start meeting our demands. And we probably want to do the steel industry, honestly, first right now. Look at peasants here. Earnings, let's do 9, we'll do 6, and we probably need to sort by peasants. And there's regulatory bodies. So working conditions are addressed there. What else can we do with our law? Public health is just better than charity hospitals. We have the support. Let's go for it. And we're going to slowly fix our production shortages here. Port connections are killing us. Is that the Ottomans? No. Listen. You I can make protectorate, not the Ottomans. Ideally what I want to do is get the coastline here. That way we have a connected region to here and start taking these things. How do you feel about me? There's a defensive pact. There's a power block embassy. And suddenly, if I come over here and say launch unification play, it's just Austria. With GB on our side. Okay. Pre-war. Let's see if we can make this happen. So I come over here, I click the launch unification play. If I form Italy, let's do unification play instead. We have coastline. But even better, we have armies. Ostania, I want you to be part of the Swiss Guard. Yes and yes. And we are getting support from Great Britain. Let's see what the conditions for Great Britain support is. But before we do that, I do want to make sure we have our conscripts. Right now we have 22, meaning I want to have 78 more. Meaning we have 16 off that. So 22. Let's go for quantity here. $23 more. 8 more. And then now let's get up to 1, 2, 32. Reminds me I need to go ahead and incorporate these. Let's also reset production. Anywhere new? I think that's a new region. Huzzah. Let's go up to 60. So I want about, let's do 65. So I want, let's do 70. And then 20 of these, so 15. There you go. It's 190 stack plus whatever we have extra. Swiss Guard, I want to do something similar here. You need 85 of these. One, two, three, four. Somebody want to drop that. Let's do 30. There is our 2 like home defense or legions here. One of you to this region, other one to this region. Let's get another army here. Army of the Republic. I know we're using legions here, but maybe Republican Legion. There we go. Let's have your normal manpower come from our 5 states. Here's could be what remains of the Italian army. And you, sir, are going to have a lot of strength from our normal conscripts here. Whatever remains in Europe, we will just send to you. Welcome. Your mobilization is going to be similar. You're going to need to be promoted. You're going to need to be promoted. Same with the Swiss Guard. Don't know if we can afford this. Probably not. But we'll give it a try. Lord knows we'll give it a try. Okay. I could also start using the African cores for things, but I don't care to right now. I think we can try to make do here. want to pull our Egyptian Legion and have them stationed in home. Have a lot of our guys stationed at home. Egyptian, Arabian, and the South African Legion. Okay. Let's just make a save. Post army. That way I don't have to go and do that process again. Perfect timing, though, because we have a Russian Radical Revolt right as this is happening. I can get war goals for humiliation of Austria. I'd rather... Let's do it for humiliation of Austria here. This gets you in as a participant. And he wants Malta to be freed, so they're going to be in all the way. This looks good here. So while I'm doing this, I also want to do some conquer states here. It makes sense to go for it right here. Austria-Montenegro. Well, what did I just do? And we need to go back a week. Go back a week. Come to post army. I don't need to take that region because we're already getting it if we get the main goal. So I want Austria-Montenegro, I want Dalmatia, and I want Croatian and Kustenland. So 1, 2, 3, 4 regions that I want to claim. Get that humiliate on Austria. The French sided against me, huh? Okay, well that's terrible. Austria-Montenegro, I want to take Dalmatian. And Croatian. Okay. Let's try just the normal war goals here. Let's do post army. And let's try freeing stuff. If we free stuff instead of taking it directly, it'll probably be smarter here. You want to transfer state. That's why they're getting involved. Let's give you a war goal. Get your humiliation. And now if I do some liberate countries here. See, Croatia's a big one. Croatia. And then I also want to do, I do want to take the Austrian Montenegro, though. That just makes sense for us. The United States is getting involved no matter what, so maybe this is worth the risk here. Let's free Trieste, I think. Or Slovenia. There you go. There's our 2 subjects we're freeing. We get 1 state bolstered here. Our front's going to get bloody. So this Republican Legion here, you, sir, are going to need to be on this front, and you, of course, are going to be defending here. Good thing I have my entire front on this region. I probably should have thrown in a take like Corsica. But there's always a different time for that. Yeah, Corsica. We'll get claims on that once we form Italy anyway. In fact, if I do this now... and we have formed SPQR. We are now Italia. Means I get return state on these regions here, but it's not Corsica, which is tragic, really. They get Savoy, Italian Provence. Yeah, not doing that thing. No, thank you. Let's do... well, we want to do a sketch per site, but not right now. Italia has formed. And here we go to war. Knocking out the gantry cranes are going to fix the monitor situation. Can opener, they'll figure it out. We're going to hemorrhage money doing this, aren't we? If I pause construction, only 5k. Okay. No wonder. I need to not pause construction, though. We need to keep building. It's the right thing to do. Probably have some trade routes that we need to kick here. There we go. Russia is occupied. They want to humiliate us, liberate some stuff, so we need to get them out of this war. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Where's my navy? Stationed in the Danube. Some fronts elsewhere, but most of them are in Europe. The trick here will be a naval invasion. And eating the millions of debt we're about to cause for ourselves. Bet you I also grew a little bit. Okay, so this 13 stack come in with the Marina Pontificia. And I have a 10 stack here I want to use elsewhere as well, just to start causing some pressure. I feel like pushing to Venetia would help with the med. Forcing to be in two places at once. That 13 stack won the day there. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. There we go against Austria. The United States is on the way out. We're getting pushed back there. There was a small army here. The Egyptian Legion. Come over here with this 10 stack. If we can rid ourselves of their navy, we will win this battle. Tirana Advocate. So we don't want anything against Russia. Russia will leave naturally. It's the other guys that are going to be concerning. Med fleet has been defeated. Okay. Give me a new guy. Since they're defending that side so well, grab this Egyptian Legion from Italia. And let's push the Egyptian coast, or the French coast. Provide to... Okay, no, not in our interest. Okay, first things first, let's stop our construction here. We are hemorrhaging money, and that is unacceptable right now. Well, the best way to get out of it is to build our way out of it, I think. A lot of our markets are now not open, but all we know is the building. Take our Arabian in the South Tyrol. The Russians are having their own little problem. Southern invasion's still getting stalled by the French fleet here. Speaking of the French fleet, you need to stop pressuring that front. You need to come over here. Let's just keep causing problems here. They do have some guys stationed there. We're not going to be able to invade it. But what I can do is, you're in battle. I want you to come over here and take this land. The Russian war is still ongoing. Yes, it is. Shipyard steamships, those are all nice. Let's just get it done. Our debt is climbing insanely. Steamships. I want to come over here and do the same for, like, everything I have. Still think unification play was the right way to go here. It's the problem is that we're fighting 4 great powers. Is this possible? So you had a truce with who? No, I guess it's because we have a rivalry with you. It's the rivalry with the United States that's going to cause us problems here. And the fact they just throw shit into the United States' way. We just get everything with Austria. We just got to kill Austria here, really, is the... and kill them before we collapse our nation. March towards there. Good news is Russia will be out of it eventually. Let's pull you off. Let's start just causing trouble in the other occupied regions. Or if this works in the United States, that's a big win for us too. If the US falls apart, we can just do whatever we want here. Take your 16K. No one's in Dixie right here. And invade. Where's DC? DC's right there, but Dixie ends right there. Do have 12 in control. Where is Dixie end, technically? Dixie does go all the way up to that region. These guys seem to advance front. Red Fleet, you need another guy. Do a naval invasion here with our 14 South African Legion men. And just keep pushing. Swap the lines. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? There goes the French. Ever so slowly. We will win this. DC has fallen. That means you know who's next is out too. United States will be gone. And then it's just Austria. And they want to cut me down to size, but they don't have control to do any of that. Just got to hang in there. Speaking of, Russia is getting out of their war, but they've been taken by Britain. starting to come our way. There goes the French. I see Japan's involved. Interesting. Don't want a white piece here. Because we stopped building stuff is why we're making ends meet. Let's start doing coal and more. Actually, we need just more motor industries here. Give me peasants here. 2 motor industries. I also want to just throw in some furniture manufactories and some textile mills elsewhere. Let's also make sure anywhere that we need infrastructure is getting met. Speaking of our subjects here, you should still be happy. Both of you should. Cool. The United States is on the way out. Russia will take a little bit, but the U.S. is the big victory here. They have a lot of men at this front. Mostly Russians, I see. Foreign investment rights. Mutual foreign investment sounds good. Italia is strong. State actions incorporate state. Let's make sure we have everything incorporated. Let's also make sure that if I have anywhere that needs guard administrations, we're doing that. We'll work on the rest of that later. We'll spend the 12K on Krakatoa, fuck it. It's a really late Krakatoa. There goes the US. Now it's just Russia. Want a naval invade over here with the one that's stationed in New England HQ for some reason. Pull him back. Open up a new front and try to push to where we need to go. If I can just push over to there, we'll be in a good spot. Russia's gone though. Can offer me military assistance. Yes. Oh, is that a rebel? Sure. Russia is gone, and so our front should have more of our men here. Let's go ahead and stop using our guys here. Just go and defend with our guys. Think we're fine. I want to use my small armies to get some stuff done. Small armies attacking are what's probably costing us some momentum here. Austria's loans nowhere near as much as ours. Speaking of our loans, we pay 30K in interest. Not a ton, actually. Okay, ideally I want to upgrade all units, including our navy. Also means I can go wherever this guy is. He needs to be stationed back in Italy. And I want to come over here and turn all of our shipyards into the right stuff. Where are you? Right here. Steel holes. Should deal with our shortages of a lot of things. Krakatoa is just causing suffering. Home affairs investment. We can increase our health system and home affairs. We will do so. The UK will be the ones doing the leading on the pushes here. Yeah, this is how we win. Let's do the trade center throughput here. keep our current party in power. And now we just ride off into the sunset, maybe, with our 700k construction cost. Textile mills are getting done, though. Okay, now we have room for imports and exports in our market. Definitely from the British. Definitely from the British. It's the question of, will our loans come into play before we finish this war? We're close. It's so close. Need to push towards their capital, ideally. British are doing it. We've run out of places that I can invade them navally, which is why it's taking so long. Alright, we're going to start doing a little bit of pushing here with the large armies. Wish some of you had, like, the normal stuff. Think they're on the back foot. China's having a collapse. Should be winning most of these. The lines have split. This is the beginning of the end. And oh my god, we're going to get it done. We're going to get unified. Alright, the time it's going to take us to actually fix this situation is going to be quite bloody. Got to push their capital state, which we're trying to do. Got to go through the fucking Alps to do that. University throughput. Speaking of university throughput, we are uncapped by A70s. We are way over. And I also need to stop paying for expenses here. Holy cow. Now, our debt's going to be a massive from this war, but it's a worthwhile cost, right? We're going to unify, take all of the Italian lands, and we can still recover with a lot of time remaining once the recovery is done. All right, now we just need to take the last little bit here. One more should be enough. Advance from our lands. And there goes Austria. They don't want to accept it, but they must. They have lost. Our whole system is just absolutely borked here. Target access in Campania. I'm also just going to invest in gold mines everywhere. Okay, we're going to just spend money to make money. They can't really get cut down to size if it's opium. Opium's always profitable. We'll just max out the demand for opium everywhere. Yes, I know. It's just, we're just gonna turn India into one giant opium farm. And we're gonna profit because of it. Is this ridiculous and overkill? Yes. Am I still gonna do it? Yes. Okay. Awesome. We now have a free Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have free a lot of other things. We can, in fact, probably take over a lot of these regions. Who is protected, who is not, is the main question here. You are not protected. We are going to protect you. Willkommen. We're going to send our lovely Republican Legion to come and fight you. Welcome to my debt crisis. State actions here. I want to incorporate these wonderful states. I didn't get them. Cool. Let's incorporate you. And there we have it. We're in debt. A ton of debt. Don't know how to fix this level of debt. The solution probably would be to actually build fucking steel mills instead of what I'm currently doing. Let's just get 29 of those. Glassworks, Lombardy, you're going to get another 20 of these. And hopefully we can develop ourselves out of this problem. About across 100 million GDP. That might not last long, considering we're going to go into debt to fund this. Bounced up to second ranked GDP. We're great power. Naval strength will probably take us even further. Most of our cost has gone in construction goods, but there's other things that could be a factor here. Do we still have a trade agreement? We lost all those agreements. That's fine. Could get some with Russia again. Let's go back to our investment agreements with Russia. And this opens up to the Russian trade. Russia. Austria's not on the list, but Prussia could be. Get the Prussian trade. Thank you kindly. I see the Prussian option, the Russian option, and the British option. Likewise here, I see the Prussian, British, and Russians. Prussian, British, Russian, British, and Prussian. Just gonna go down the line. See the Russians in there. It says the loss, but we'll see about that. Tobacco, I think we have most of it. Prussian, Russian, and British. British, Russian, Russian, British, Prussian. There you go. We have a lot of trade now. Any of it with like the Americans and the French we can ditch. That's not profitable, but these guys will probably equalize. Actually, cans probably don't need because we'll make enough our own. Unrealized taxes is quite a bit here. Let's lose some with the trade unions. Get a moderate, sure. Speaking of, welcome to protectorate status. Nejd. And same with Hail. Let's go ahead and use our subject interactions to reduce subject payments on both of you. And we're going to attack Jabal Shamar next. And we need to put a cut in here. So we've unified Italy, basically. I still want to take the northern part of Corsica and Sardinia, meaning just Corsica. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. But want to do that, and then I probably want to start unifying our lands around the coast here. We have, if we take Croatia and welcome them into our power block, although our power block isn't the... We do have a next level internal trade. Our power block isn't really the unify as one, but we'll put them as part of our market. It's functionally the same, except they're just not paying me money directly, right? So let's go ahead and try for it. I'll guarantee their independence here. It's not the same as subjugating them with the other power block, but functionally it makes our market bigger. And I'm going to count our market as part of our lands. It just makes sense that way, I think. And we're going to keep trying to go for our dream of Mare Nostrum around the coast here. We have most of it. If we can just snatch this off of the UK, that's going to be a big, like, problem for us. But we can maybe swing it some way here. Main thing is maybe breaking up the Ottomans in a coming war here. Yeah, I'll attack the Ottomans, try to take this stuff on the coast, free Iraq, free Syria, welcome them into our union, and keep going from there. Anyway, for now, I'm Coster. If you enjoyed, I've been Sean Swiss Schooners, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.